Well, hello, hello, hello. I'm saying hello to nobody. I'm doing this recording. We are going to be looking at the Brian Walsh went to court this morning for the murder of his wife and mother of his three children, ages from 2 to 6. I think they're 2, 4, and 6 years old. Um, yeah, let's go over that. He was in court. I wasn't able to go live at the moment, so we missed it live, but here we are. I got you.
Bring you live into the courthouse right now in Quincy, where Brian Walsh, there he is, there live on your screen, has just been brought into face of these new murder charges. Let's listen in.
Charged on the first day of January 2023 with assault and beat Brian Walsh with intent to murder that person. You're also charged with returning the body, if without lawful authority, if willfully dig up or remove human remains. Not guilty, please to the end.
Do you understand the charge, Ms. Walsh? I do. I'm here from Commonwealth.
Yes, thank you.
Your Honor, we're not contesting bail or probable cause, so we would ask that you be released.
Thank you, Ms. Lane, but I have to satisfy myself that the trouble funds. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Lindsay Lynn for the Commonwealth. The defendant is now before the court charged with murder of his wife, Anna Walsh, as well as dysentery of the body. Anna was 39 years old and mother of 3 children, 2, 4, and 6. Anna worked in Washington, D.C., splitting her time weekdays between D.C. during the week and staying in her house in Cohasset, where she lived with the defendant and their 3 kids. On January 4th of 2023, Cohasset police received a call from her Washington, D.C. employee indicating that she was missing. She was due to report to work on January 4th, but did not appear. She had a flight on January 3rd from Logan to D.C., which she did not board. Cohasset police went to their house at Chief Justice Cushing Highway for a well-being check. It was only at this time, when they met with the defendant, that he first reported his wife missing. Defendant stated his wife left the house at approximately 6 a.m. on January 1st, New Year's Day. He stated she took an Uber or Lyft to go to the airport, that she was returning to D.C. for work. Records were checked and there were no Uber or Lyft to that house on January 1st. Defendant said he had not spoken to his wife since the early morning hours on New Year's Day. Cohasset police were granted permission to Bing on his phone to locate her or her phone. And his phone indicated that it was stationary in the area of the Cohasset house on New Year's Eve until 3:14 a.m. on January 2nd. There were no outgoing calls made at that time, and at 3:14 a.m. on the 2nd was turned off. Defendant stated Anna should have been wearing a dress, a black jacket, hunter boots, watch, ring, as well as carrying a private purse. Defendant gave a timeline of 6 or 6:10 a.m. on the 1st when he last saw her. What I'd like to do now is just describe his actions in the days from January 1st. Defendant indicated on January 1st at 3 p.m. he did some errands and went to his mother's house in Swampscott, but got lost because he didn't have his phone. He said he knew it was lost when he saw the pirate ship on Route 1. Defendant stayed 15 minutes, then went to Whole Foods and CVS. Surveillance was checked and he did not enter either of those stores. On January 1st, defendant Googled using his son's iPad. Some of his searches are as follows. Keep in mind that the defendant said he left at 6 a.m. At 4:55 a.m. on January 1st, he searched how long before a body starts to smell. At 4:58 a.m., how to stop a body from decomposing. At 5:20 a.m., he searched how to found a body. At 5:47 a.m., 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to. At 6:25 a.m. on the 1st, how long for someone to be missing to inherit. At 6:34 a.m. on the 1st, can you throw away body parts? At 9:29 a.m., what does formaldehyde do? At 9:34 a.m. on the 1st, how long does DNA last? At 9:59 a.m., can identification be made on partial remains? At 11:34 a.m., dismemberment and the best ways to dispose of a body. At 11:44, how to clean blood from wooden floor. At 11:56 on the 1st, luminol to detect blood. At 1:08, what happens when we put body parts in ammonia? At 1:21 p.m., is it better to throw crime scene clothes away or wash them? Those were on the January 1st. There was also information gained from the defendant's phone, which showed on January 2nd, he was at Home Goods in Norwell, where he purchased 3 rugs. There were also more Google searches on January 2nd. At 12:45 p.m., Paxlog S2 to dismember. At 1:10 p.m., can you be charged with murder without a body? At 1:14 p.m., can you identify a body with broken teeth? On January 2nd, following those, the defendant was seen on surveillance at the Home Depot in Rockland. In checking the surveillance, the defendant is observed on security camera pushing a cart. Items included cleaning products, mops, brushes, tape, towel, a Tyvek suit with boot covers, buckets, goggles, baking soda, a hatchet. He had a face mask and rubber gloves on it at the time he was pushing the cart in Home Depot. At 5:32, he was seen at the Derby Street in Hingham, now removing gloves and a mask. Data from his phone also tracked his whereabouts on January 3rd. Locations were traveled at 4:27 on January 3rd to an apartment complex in Abington. Surveillance shows the defendant's Volvo, as well as a male fitting the defendant's appearance, exit a car near the dumpster. He walks to the dumpster carrying a garbage bag. He's leaning, and it appears to be heavy as he has to heft it to the dumpster. He walks to the dumpster with the garbage bag and leaves it. On 4:48, he hit another complex in Abington, and at 5:10 p.m., Cell phone shows records at another apartment in Brockton. Video shows a party consistent with his appearance and his Volvo. Again, he discarded items in the dumpster. On January 3rd, that same day, at 1:02 p.m., he did some more Google searches. What happens to hair on a dead body? At 1:13 p.m., what is the rate of decomposition of a body found in a plastic bag compared to on a surface in the woods? At 1:20 p.m., can baking soda mask or make a body smell good? On January 4th, the following day, the defendant went to Home Goods and TJ Maxx. He purchased towels as well as bath mats and men's clothing. At 4:15 that day on the 4th, he went to Lowe's where he purchased squeegees and a trash can. On January 4th, when Cohasset Police went to the house on the well-being check, officers observed his Volvo with seats down and a plastic liner in the back of the car. The next day, a view of the Volvo showed his seats folded down, floor mats with some dirt, and the carpet appeared to show fresh vacuum streaks. When asked about the liner, the defendant said he threw it in the trash. Chemists later analyzed the car and there was present blood in the car. On January 5th, review of the data from the defendant's phone showed his phone traveled at 8 a.m. First to his daycare and then to Swampscott where his mother resides. The phone traveled to the complex where his mother lives at 9:30 a.m., went for about 5 minutes around the building to the southeast corner. In the southeast corner of that complex is where there was a dumpster. The dumpster was later secured and searched. On January 8th, police and crime scene services searched the house in Cohasset. They found blood in the basement, a knife with the presence of blood. The knife was damaged. A second knife was also found in that basement. In addition, there was heavy-duty large plastic liners purchased from that Home Depot brick. As part of the investigation, police checked for activity on honest credit cards, banks, flights, trains. There was no activity since she was last seen on January 1st. Police also tried to track down what happened to the bags that the defendant was seen throwing in the dumpster earlier. This was over in Abington. These bags and what was in them were already picked up and taken to a location for shredding and being incinerated. By the time police located that, they were already destroyed. However, investigators did secure and search the dumpsters from defendant's mother's complex in Swampscott. It was searched at a transfer station in Peabody. Investigators recovered 10 trash bags. Inside the trash bags, many of these items contained stains consistent with blood, infected blood. Among the items secured were towels, rags, slivets, tape, tie-back suit, gloves, cleaning agents, carpets, rugs, hunter boots, Prada purse, a COVID-19 vaccine card in the name of Anna Walsh, a hacksaw, a hatchet, and some cutting shears. The purse and boots were described as what Anna was last seen in. A portion of the rug was heavily stained with red-brown stains. The substance was consistent with also having baking soda on it. There was a portion of a necklace consistent with one that Anna had been seen wearing in photos. The station in Peabody. Investigators recovered 10 trash bags in the dumpster earlier.
Okay, I'm just going to pause that a second and go back because I want to hear those charges again. I didn't, or what they found. Shit, that's not it. I got it sped up. I'm going to slow it down just for that part. Let's see here.
At 4:15 that day on the 4th, he went to Lowe's where he purchased cell phone shows, records, as well as a male fitting the defendant's appearance, exit a car near the at the time he was pushing the cart in home. A security camera, 10 p.m. Can you be charged with murder without a body? At 1:14 p.m. Can you identify a body with broken teeth? On January 2nd,
Did y'all hear that?
the defendant hacksaw best tool to dismember. At 1:10 p.m. Can you be charged with murder? On January 2nd, he was at home at 9:29 a.m. What does formaldehyde do? At 9:34.
This is all the stuff he's Googling.
How long does DNA last? At 9:59 a.m., can identification be made from partial remains? At 11:34 a.m., dismemberment and the best ways to dispose of a body. At
Look at
11:44, how to clean blood.
He has no soul. You can see it.
At 11:56 on the first, luminol to detect blood. At 1:08, what happens when you put body parts in ammonia? At 1:21 p.m., is it better to throw crime scene clothes away or wash them? Those were on the January 1st. There was also information gained from the defendant's
It's a beautiful house and lot.
On January 2nd, he was at
I'd love to have that.
Goods in Norwell, where he purchased 3 rugs. There were also more Google searches on January 2nd. At 12:45 p.m., Paxil Best 2 to dismember. At 1:10 p.m., can you be charged with murder without a body? At 1:14 p.m., can you identify a body with broken
He's a
teeth?
dumb criminal.
On
Can you
January
identify a
2nd,
body with no
following those,
teeth?
The defendant was seen on surveillance at the Home Depot in Rockland. In checking the surveillance, the defendant is observed on a security camera pushing a cart. Items included cleaning products, mops, brushes, tape, towel, a Tyvek suit with boot covers, buckets, goggles, baking soda, a hatchet. He had a face mask and rubber gloves on at the time he was pushing the cart in Home Depot. At 5:32, he was seen at the Derby Street in Hingham, now removing the gloves and the mask. Data from his phone also tracked his whereabouts on January 3rd. Locations were traveled at 4:27 on January 3rd to an apartment complex in Abington. Surveillance shows the defendant's Volvo, as well as a male fitting the defendant's appearance, exit a car near the dumpster. He walks to the dumpster carrying a garbage bag. He's leaning, and it appears to be heavy as he has to heft it to the dumpster. He walks to the dumpster with the garbage bag and leaves it. On 4:48, he hit another complex in Abington, and at 5:10 p.m., cell phone shows records at another apartment in Brockton. Video shows a party consistent with his appearance and his Volvo. Again, he discarded items in the dumpster. On January 3rd, that same day, at 1:02 p.m., he did some more Google searches. What happens to hair on a dead body? At 1:13 p.m., what is the rate of decomposition of a body found in a plastic bag compared to on a surface in the woods? At 1:20 p.m., can baking soda mask or make a body smell good? On January 4th, the following day, the defendant went to Home Goods and TJ Maxx. He purchased towels as well as bath mats and men's clothing. At 4:15 that day, on the 4th, he went to Lowe's where he purchased squeegees and a trash can. On January 4th, when Cohasset Police went to the house on the well-being check, officers observed his Volvo with seats down and a plastic liner in the back of the car. The next day, a view of the Volvo showed his seats folded down, floor mats with some dirt, and the carpet appeared to show fresh vacuum streaks. When asked about the liner, the defendant said he threw it in the trash. Chemists later analyzed the car and there was present blood in the car. On January 5th, review of the data from defendant's phone showed his phone traveled at 8 a.m. first to his daycare and then to Swampscott, where his mother resides. The phone traveled to the complex where his mother lives at 9:30 a.m., went for about 5 minutes around the building to the southeast corner. In the southeast corner of that complex is where there was a dumpster. The dumpster was later secured and searched. On January 8th, police and crime scene services searched the house in Cohasset. They found blood in the basement, a knife with the presence of blood. The knife was damaged. A second knife was also found in that basement. In addition, there was heavy-duty, large top plastic liners purchased from that Home Depot trip. As part of the investigation, police checked for activity on honest credit cards, banks, flights, trains. There was no activity since she was last seen on January 1st. Police also tried to track down what happened to the bags that the defendant was seen throwing in the dumpster earlier. This was over in Abington. These bags and what was in them were already picked up and taken to a location for shredding and to be incinerated. By the time police located that, they were already destroyed. However, investigators did secure and search the dumpsters from defendant's mother's complex in Swampscott. It was searched at a transfer station in Peabody. Investigators recovered 10 trash bags. Inside the trash bags, many of these items contained stains consistent with blood, in fact a lot. Among the items secured were towels, rags, slippers, tape, Tyvek suit, gloves, cleaning agents, carpets, rugs, hunter boots, Prada purse, a COVID-19 vaccine card in the name of Anna Walsh, a hacksaw, a hatchet, and some cutting shears. The purse and boots were described as what Anna was last seen in. A portion of the rug was heavily stained with red-brown stains. The substance was consistent with also having baking soda on it. There was a portion of a necklace consistent with one that Anna had been seen wearing in photos. The state crime lab performed testing on certain selected items that were recovered from those trash bags. There was human blood found on them, and then they were sent for DNA testing. The findings are as follows. On the slippers in the interior, Anna and Brian Walsh were contributors to the DNA on those slippers which had blood on them. On the exterior, Anna and Brian Walsh contributed to the DNA found on those slippers. The Tyvek suit. On the interior cuffs, Anna and Brian Walsh contributed to the DNA that was left on them. On the exterior left pant leg, Anna Walsh was contributed to the DNA. On the interior right sleeve, Anna Walsh was a contributor to the DNA that was found on the Tyvek suit. There was tissues which found that Anna Walsh contributed to the DNA. There was one other earlier Google search, which would be of note. On December 27th, defendant Googled, what's the best state to divorce from a man? Rather than divorce, it is believed that Brian Walsh dismembered Anna Walsh and discarded her body. The bags were later discarded in Swampscott and contained Anna's property and the items used to clean up, as well as the DNA that was left behind. The Commonwealth is asking that the defendant be held without bail for the murder of his wife.
Thank you, Mr. We heard it all.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. The defendant will be held without bail pending indictment. Do we ever take a probable cause or just dealing with the reserve time for the grand jury?
Not at this time, but I will. Your Honor, we have a date of February 7th already for the Mercedes police. What's it? Oh, February 9th, I apologize. If we want to put it on for status on that day?
And that's by Zoom, Your Honor, correct?
I assume.
Yes, thank you.
Status date or probable cause date?
Status date is fine, Your Honor.
February 9th for status.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, sir, you're held without bail until February 9th, 2023 for a status date.
Well, so thank you.
That we want to bring you live into mother of three. You're looking live at Quincy District Court, where he will be arraigned on Wednesday. And tonight we're bringing you reaction from Anna's friends, our security analysts, and we're also looking into what's next for Anna's three children. Thanks for joining us. I'm Vanessa Welch.
And I'm Mark Ockerblum, Boston 25 News reporter. Drew Carino starts our team coverage in Quincy. And Drew, do we have a better idea of what time Brian Walsh will be arraigned tomorrow?
Mark, we're being told that he could appear in court here as early as 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. The evidence that investigators have been working around the clock to collect and piece together expected to be presented in the courtroom. A law enforcement source tells me tonight that investigators are confident that the proof will speak for itself, that Brian Walsh murdered his wife, Anna. Another source tells us he will also be facing a charge of improper transport of a body.
It's horrific to see it in real lifetime unfolding.
On the eve of graphic details expected to be presented in Brian Walsh's murder arraignment, a friend of Anna Walsh is hopeful it will allow the grieving process to begin.
So does it bring closure? Yes, right? Which brings some sense of relief to the case. But there's also the rage of how could something so horrific happen to such a beautiful human being?
Anna Walsh's loved ones say whatever the alleged motive may be, it will never make any sense. The Cohasset mother of three young boys was first reported missing on January 4th, 3 days after she was last seen at her family's rental home early New Year's morning. We reported that a police log reveals it was Anna's employer in D.C. who first reported her disappearance before husband Brian.
I know something horrible happened to her. I mean, given the evidence that we've heard with a hacksaw, knife, and blood, I can't imagine that it was anything peaceful.
The disturbing evidence collected in the intense investigation has been scattered in different parts of the state, and information about Brian Walsh's checkered past has surfaced. This mugshot from 2018 now being released from when the feds raided a former home of his in Lynn after he was charged with selling fake Andy Warhol paintings on eBay. And this mugshot was taken after Brian Walsh was arrested for misleading a police investigation in his wife's disappearance 9 days ago. A brief video statement from Norfolk District Attorney Michael Morrissey stopped short of alleging how he killed his wife and what he did with her remains.
Mr. Walsh will be transported to the Quincy District Court for arraignment, the charge of murder. Additional details of the investigation and the evidence in support of those charges are likely to be presented at arraignment.
I know there's a lot of hearts around the world that are connected to this, that are watching this, that are praying for closure and justice for her to find out exactly what it is that happened.
We know that blood and a knife with blood on it that prosecutors say was found in the basement of the Walsh family home, and a hacksaw and a rug believed to contain biological evidence that sources say was found at a Peabody transfer station was all sent to the state lab for DNA tests over a week ago. Mark.
Drew, talk to me about the interaction you actually had with Brian Walsh earlier on in this case.
Mark, you'll probably recall that we first went down to Cohasset on January 5th, the day after Anna was reported missing. We went to the driveway of the Cohasset home. Brian Walsh greeted us there. He declined to comment on his missing wife. Before we even got to Cohasset, sources told us that police believed Brian Walsh was lying. They just had to prove it, Mark.
Given what we know they have alleged he has done, I have to think you've thought about this several times since then as well.
Oh, of course. And over the last 11 days, we've been talking every day with Walsh's friends who have had a lot of speculation, a lot of theories about what has happened here. But authorities have been very tight-lipped about the evidence that was collected. We expect to learn a lot more in the courtroom tomorrow. We know all of those friends are waiting anxiously for answers as well, Mark.
Really appreciate your reporting on this case as you've been there from the start as well. Drew Carita live for us tonight in Quincy. Thanks. And we begin off.
So what we found so far, I'm going to play the one that was just getting ready to show. Yeah, let's see here. This is crazy, isn't it? This case, oh my God, I bet. The details of this case to come, I'm already sick about it. It's crazy.
And we begin off the top with the very newest developments in a missing woman's disappearance. I-Team sources saying investigators found bloody bags, a hatchet, a hacksaw, and a rug while searching for evidence at a trash facility. But we've now learned the search at Anna Walsh's home in Cohasset is over, at least for now. Good evening to you. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. I-Team sources also broke the news today that investigators tried to search a trash incinerator in Wareham, but may have arrived too late. We have a lot to cover in this story. Our team coverage begins with WBZ's Jordan Jagalinzer and what investigators have found so far.
Processing of the couple's home was completed here in Cohasset just this afternoon. In the past day, we've learned about new evidence found in connection to the case, disturbing close friends of the Walsh family who say the two appeared to have a great relationship.
Just knowing her and even having known them as a couple, it's shocking. It's devastating.
Friends of the Walsh family in disbelief over what's unfolded over the past 48 hours in the case of missing Cohasset mom, Anna Walsh.
There was never even remotely a red flag.
Pamela Hart and Alyssa Kirby tell WBZ Anna and her husband Brian Walsh had a good relationship, even while being long distance with the mom of three working in Washington, D.C.
They would tell each other everything, and they were called each other multiple times a day.
But now they're doubting everything they knew after Brian Walsh was charged with misleading investigators. The WBZ I-Team learning just hours later trash bags with blood, a hatchet, a rug, and used cleaning supplies were all found last night at the Peabody transfer station.
With every passing moment, I'm sick to my stomach seeing the news hour to hour.
CMAS in West Wareham also searched by police. The waste-to-energy facility converts trash into electricity. WBZ learning the process happens quickly in about a day. So if anything did end up there, it's already been through the incineration plant. Sources tell us Brian Walsh's car.
Okay, what I want to know, did Brian have a job? Does he have a normal job? Did he have a job before this? If you know, please leave a comment and let me know. If you have any information on this, please leave a comment and let me know.
Has been impounded. Our I-Team learning there is evidence it was recently cleaned. Prosecutors say he told investigators Anna left Cohasset for D.C. the morning of January 1st, but her best friend, Alyssa Kirby, told us that never added up with what Anna told her the Thursday before she went missing.
She really wanted to be with the family and the kids, and I knew she had told me that she wrapped up everything with work. So when I heard that, I really just, my intuition said that wasn't right.
Anna's phone pinged at the house on New Year's Day and the day after. Sunday, blood was found in the basement of their home along with a broken knife. Prosecutors say Brian Walsh is on video at Home Depot purchasing $450 worth of cleaning supplies, including mops, buckets, tarps, and tape.
It's like he didn't even try to cover it up or something. I don't know. They got so much evidence on him. It's blowing my mind. I really need. I want to see that autopsy if they ever get her body. I bet he scattered her out.
I keep praying that in all these trash facilities, that facility, that she's not found there, and really so that, you know, we do have somewhere to go to honor her, and for her children to have somewhere to go to honor her.
The Walsh's three children are currently in state custody. Brian Walsh is being held on $500,000 bail. In Cohasset, Jordan Jagalinzer, WBZ News.
And we begin off the top with
Crazy. Okay, I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to start trying to do these little videos, just little ones. Keep them, 30 minutes and less. That's what I'm going to try to do. Start putting out some videos, instead of going live all the time and posting like picture videos that I do. I want to start doing videos like this. What do y'all think? What do y'all think I should do? Give me your opinions. Should I do more videos like this, little short ones, under 30 minutes? Go live just certain days of the week? What do you all think below? And what do you think below about this case? Justice for Anna, for sure. That poor lady. But I don't think it's all boo-hoo, poor Anna. You know, I think she's got some skeletons too that's not been exposed. Just saying. All right, I will talk to you all later. See you later. Bye.